everybody, it's Christy here, back with a new scrapbooking process video for you. I am going to be working on a 9x12 page that will go in my March 2019 Project Life spread. So I do a monthly spread. This for March, I had a lot of pictures and a lot of events, so I decided to do a 9x12 page to put in there as well. First of all, hi. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am so glad you're here and so glad you decided to check out my video. If you like what you see, I would love for you to become a part of my YouTube community by becoming a subscriber. I have other videos and you can check those out at the links below. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over the stuff that I'm gonna be using, the products that I'm gonna be using, and then I will put you on fast forward so we can get this layout going. Here are the pictures that I'm going to use. These pictures are from a afternoon that I spent with my boys, and we rode our bikes up to the park. We are blessed enough to have a park that's like walking distance. So we rode our bikes up there and we played for a little bit. And then we rode our bikes to the Chinese restaurant that's close by and had dinner and then rode home. So that's what I'm scrapbooking today. I am going to be using the Shimelle box of crayons line because I felt like this kind of color scheme and I wanted bright colors but not themed. So I know that Shimelle's box of crayons is kind of art themed and maker themed, but I'm going to use the stuff that is not to add some vibrant color and kind of a playful kind of feel to the layout. So I have, this is going to be my background paper. I haven't cut it down yet. I have some alphabet stickers. I also have these words. They're like glittery words. And then I pulled in this, I think this is from Little Explorer line, the boys line. So I picked this out just because of the colors, but I'm not sure if I will use it. I have some die cuts, some, let's see, stuff that I can use. Yeah, stickers, etc. So we'll see what I can use and throw on this layout to keep it simple yet tell lots of details about our day. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put you on fast forward. All right, so the first thing that I'm doing here is applying some white gesso to the background. I did not want to cover the whole background, so I made sure to leave some edges with the original color of the pattern paper. These are the colors that I'm going to use. I believe, I can't remember, I'm not going to try to guess at the colors, I show them to you. So this is a yellow goldish one from Lindy's Stamp Gang, and then this is Deep Blue Sea by Shimmers. And I just add here, this is the Tim Holtz glass media mat, which I've had, I just don't know why I haven't used it. So I kept changing out my paper on my desk, and I was like, you know, I should probably just use one of the many media mats that I had. So I finally broke it out. Here I'm adding some mustard seed because I wanted more of a softer yellow as well, and that yellow from the Lindy's was so super bright, so I added this lighter one on top. Here I'm taking this beautiful, amazing, gorgeous stencil, which was by Paige Evans, and if you're still looking for it, you can find it I think on her website. I did a pre-order. It's like 3 stencils together, and this one is amazing. So I used some modeling paste through the stencil. I wanted to add more of that dot kind of motif, so that's why I added that. I was showing you that I finally picked up the 8.5 inch Tim Holtz Guillotine Tonic trimmer, and it is amazing. I've been hemming and hawing about that trimmer, and if you have been doing the same, just do it. Just bite the bullet and do it because it's amazing. It has the line on the top and the line on the bottom for you to line it up with. It's so good. So here I added some of this navy blue polka dot paper behind my 4x6 picture and that middle 3x4 picture. And then I also added some of the packaging, which is amazing. You can see it there on the left-hand side under those shaker stickers, the rainbow in the corner. So I used that. I cut the label part off on the top, and I used that as a layering piece. The heart is also a piece of pattern paper, and somehow I don't know where that is, but it's a piece of pattern paper with a giant heart in the middle of it, and I just cut half of it out. And the navy blue polka dot is actually part of that background, so I had to piece it together. I used my circle punch and cut these circles or punch these circles out of the pattern paper, and then I distressed the edges of them with my Close to My Heart edge distresser and put them there. I do glue them down with some liquid glue because that dot runner does not hold it to the gesso. So I kind of put those right up the center. I wanted a circle theme, but I didn't want it to be too over the top, so I wanted it to kind of look like it was coming down the center of the page. I added some of the label stickers to a couple of those circles to pop them up. I also added that play up in the corner as my title, and I just really struggled with the title. And that little fun chipboard piece from the chipboard from the Little Explorer line just gives me such a time. I move that thing around so many times. But I also busted out some of these hearts that are also in the glitter foam thicker set. And I kind of use those around the page. I also put some of the puffy hearts from the puffy sticker sheet along that scattered as well. And you can see that there. So here I'm adding more foam because that light bulb shaker there on the right hand side is kind of super puffy, and I felt like I needed another layer of foam to kind of raise it up to the right height. All right, so I'm gluing these down. I added that bright green frame there at the top of the 3x4 picture. I just cut it in half, and then later I will add the other half to the bottom of the 4x6 picture. The star is one of the paper clips. It has some glitter in it. It's super cute, and I really like this line so much with the bright colors and the fact that you can use it for other things besides doing creative themed pages. So I added 2 of the circles to the top of the picture to try to continue that kind of cascade down the page. I'm also adding another label here. These little labels are so adorable. Oh, there's the pattern paper. It was briefly there. That's the one I used. I used a 1-inch punch. Now it is probably 1 and I don't really know. I believe it's probably 1 1/4, but maybe not. It's between the 2 punches that I have. And I believe that I have a 1-inch and a 1 1/2, but I'm not quite sure, and I can't really see because of the reflection of the light off of that top punch. But yeah, I'm not sure. But it was kind of in between those, and so I just ended up using the 1-inch and cutting them a little bit smaller so that I didn't have the white edge. Let's see. Just like flipping through product. The one thing about having a whole entire line of a product line, sorry, is that it's so hard to decide what to use. I broke out these epoxy shapes and was gonna add some of the circles. I'm sorry, I keep yawning. And I don't know. It probably would have worked fine, but my indecisiveness just shows through big time. All right, the title. Dun, dun, dun. I really struggled with the title. I had we play, I had the play in the life, I had all kinds of combinations. Finally, I decided on putting, trying to nestle as much as I can, the word more underneath the word play. I knew it was going to overlap, but I just couldn't figure out the best way that I wanted this to look. And I'm happy with it in the end, but I don't know. Anyways, I pulled a little Jen Scow. I wanted this to nestle the bottom portion of the P. I'm not sure what that's called. It's the part that hangs below the line, but you'll see how I do that here in a minute. All right, so, those little cameras on the right of the picture are from the die cut collection. You see the die cuts there on the right. I flipped through them several times, finding little bits and bobs. I also use the navy blue edge. As you saw, the little heart kind of flash by the 12 by 12 piece that it's now cut in half. And I'm adding little navy blue dot to the right bottom corner and the top left corner. Just ripping the paper and just adding a little peekaboo there. I thought it was, I don't know, I don't even think it needed it, but I thought it was a good way to incorporate that color and carry it across the page, because that just seemed like a good spot for it. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure why I do the things that I do when I scrapbook. I just sometimes get something in my head and I just go with it. And this is one of those things. I just went with it. Using my distress tool, I ripped it, distressed it. Then I'm going to do some more ripping and distressing. And then I'll finally glue the little piece down. And that heart paper is so good. I wish I had another 3 pieces of it because I think I could use it a million times over. And I think I only got one of them. So I'll have to see if I can pick another one of those up. All right, so the more was dry. I had to let the wet glue dry on that so that it wasn't picking up, the Y wasn't picking up the letters every time I tried to move it around. As you see, I'll move it around a couple of times. So I had play more, and I was like, I still don't like the space up on top of the word play. So I will get we as well and tuck it a little bit underneath the word is to. And so the title will be We Play More. It definitely needs liquid adhesive. I often find that when I'm putting things on gesso, sticking down embellishments, etc., that I have to use a liquid adhesive because it just doesn't want to stick to that coarse gesso feel. I had the light bulb little tiny puffy sticker and I tried to tuck it somewhere, but it ends up not making it onto the page. And I just add the little, I end up adding some of the more of the circle. Well, there it is again. See, finally put it back on the sticker sheet. I ended up adding more of these glitter circles to the top by the title. And then I also add the date stamp. This is the Night of Navy ink by Stampin' Up. And I will stamp right there on the right of that picture of me and my youngest son. He is doing the I love you sign with his hand. It's super cute. So I put the date there. And there's this fun piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just keeps moving all around. And then I end up taking it off, but it does end up going right there on the bottom of the picture in that little blanks, the little empty spot. So I'm gluing down my word play on top of the chipboard thickers, which are part of the box of crayons line. And then I start gluing down these journaling strips. So I just printed this out on my computer, cut it, and I'm putting them down here in the bottom left-hand corner so that my journaling is there. I tried to keep it simple and choppy, and there was so many things that I wanted to tell in this journaling, and I just didn't know how to tell it in a concise way. So this is how I did this page. I'll probably do one page in my 12 by 12 album about this day because it was so fun. We rode our bikes and then to just spend the afternoon outside, and that's always something that I really want to do with my kids. I want to get them off of the electronics and get them outside and get them moving, and it's such a struggle. So I move these little dots around a lot, and then I end up actually getting this one dot or this one circle that I had punched out before and removed, and adding that there, and it's the perfect touch, if I do say so myself. A little foam adhesive on the back of that. Then I'll add the label on top, which says work and play, because this is a little of both. Worked at exercising and moving our bodies, and then we played at the park, and then we played some more. So here is the final product. Show you it close up, nice and slow. Yeah, I'm super happy with how this turned out. Here are some close-ups. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you have any questions about products or techniques, please leave them below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Have a great week. Until next time, bye everybody.